Hey, everybody. Oops, sorry. Hey, Michael. Happy 4th of July, brother. Oh, again, I put your speech up on the screen there. There you go. I'll put that one up. Happy 4th of July to you, too. There's a reason why I went live. Some of the nutty shit was going on just before. I should have went live earlier. Hell, the shit wasn't even sunset and fireworks were going all over the place. But the moment it went dark here, some idiot over in this parking lot right directly next to our apartment complex here shot off some serious ass rockets up into the air. And it about shook our apartment complex pretty good. Some of the tenants were pretty infuriated by it and went over to see what the hell was going on. But by the time we got over there, the people bounced. I mean, I did see a guy running away from the area with a tall trash can. So like I said, some of this nutty shit that's going on, it's going to be tonight that it's going to be pulled. I've heard some gunshots, but of course I wouldn't be able to confirm it. Why? Because some gunshots do sound like fireworks. It's like I said. If I had a secondary phone, I would show you something else that I had discovered. I dialed 911 on my cell phone earlier, and it went to a doo-doo-doo. It's temporarily out of service. Oh, so you still have police service in your area. That's good. Man, you can still hear fireworks going off around me, but it's not as bad. Well, Jeff took off. He went next door. He probably went to go look at some of the fireworks in the area. Scotty's at work. I imagine Mary's at work. Let's see. Only 2 people in here so far. What did I have for dinner? Pizza. Pizza. I had some chicken pizza. My son gets some kind of weird concoction there when it comes to pizza. Oh yeah. Well, I like pizza too. It just depends on where it's from. Yeah, I guess it's the way. You're showing 5. I thought I showed 2 earlier. just a second ago. If there's 5 in here, then 3 got added. Oh, it says 4. So let's see. So we added 2 people. Yeah, it's kind of funny how that goes. I'm showing 4 people in here. Should see if we can see some of the fireworks, huh? Put my camera in a cam. Oh no, that just pauses my cam. More. Settings. Camera. Camera facing front, facing back. And then all the way up here to the X. Okay, I'll pull my little deal off here. And then I will do this. Hey, guy. What's up, brother? Okay, my thing's undone here. I still hear a lot of the shit going on here. There's the moon. So let's see here. Some yo-yo came over here and they fired it off right here, right next to my apartment complex. That shit was fucking loud. Let's see if we can find some aftermath of it. If you guys can hear it, you can hear it all around me. You just don't see any of this shit. That bugs me. Why can't people get decent fireworks that shoot clear up into the air? There's aftermath of that shit. Oh, there's some fireworks. You have a... Yeah, I have an Android. Hey, Bowen Inc. Hello. Oh, that's a nice chopper. And another nice chopper. Okay. Nah, I'll never go to iPhone. They cost way too much. And they're pieces of junk. Well, it's not that they're pieces of junk, but they deliberately make them where they're non-upgradable. That's pretty fucked up in my book. I mean, the quality for their product is good. It's there, but it's too much of a ripoff. You know, if they were to turn around and make it so where their phone is upgradable, I think a lot more people would buy their product. I think there's a lot of people that have went out and said that very statement right there. And they really don't give a shit. So, oh well. Android's gotten better over the years and they keep on improving. One day they're going to trample over iPhone and yeah. Yeah, there are basements in California to an extent. There's I imagine there are some places that do have basements. It's like in Nevada, basement's not a very common thing, but it's not like it isn't unheard of. There are some places that do have them. The reason why places like this don't, my iPhone is 150 right now. Well, yeah, and that may be used. Yeah, the reason why there's not very many basements in states like that is because of the fact that they're earthquake prone states. Really? For 150 bucks, huh? Well, no, I'll wait a while on that. Oh, that's cool. Wait a minute, how did we get on a topic of basements anyway? I mean, why is that an important thing at the moment? I imagine if like you're in a tornado state, it can offer you protection from it. Not much, Chios or Chow's theory. Just kicking it. Yeah, I just wanted to go live to see if anything nutty pops off around here tonight. So far, I had some guy that came over in the lot just right next to my complex right here, just right over the other side of my wall. Oh shit, I didn't flip my camera back around, did I? No, I didn't. Holy shit. Sorry, guys. That's right. Everybody's in timeout. Now stare at the bars. Settings. Yes, audio, camera. Mm. Mm-hmm. Ink and Michael Rio, New Jersey. Boy, you can tell if someone's from New Jersey. You know how you you can tell if a person's been from New Jersey. They got that bow. When they talk, they got that bow. Don't be fucking with it, man. We'll kill your family, man. They got that New Yorker bow about them when they go to talk to you. Nothing wrong with it. Not knocking it. So don't get me wrong. Mm. It's like some people, they got this accent about them, and yeah, even people from New York have an accent. But their biggest thing that stems out, that's, sets the bar with them is they got that little bow. Yeah, a lot of Italians live in New York. Hmm. Yeah, they do. That's funny. I've never been in New York. Never in my life. My sister traveled to New York and she was afraid to leave the airport. She said it was that bad out there. I think being how she was a girl traveling alone, she was just chicken, chicken shit. So I don't think there's any place in this world that it would be that bad. Well, not in the world, but in the United States. Oh wow. Oh, that's cool. California, it's just gone to hell. This state used to be a Republican state, but then it took a turn for the worst. And now it's a Democrat state. All the fruits and nuts moved out here. Wow. You took the, wait a minute, when did you take the Alcatraz tour? You must have taken it back in the mid 80s. I remember when I visited out here in 1989, Alcatraz was closing down. Um, it was closing down for the, they weren't going to do no more tours. Yeah, a long time ago. I came out here for the World Series, and around that time is when they were, you know, they're putting out this big thing all over saying if you wanted to take a tour of their, you might want to grab it now kind of ordeal, because they were shutting it down for tours due to the condition of the prison that it was in. They didn't want to take any liability of anybody getting hurt because of it decaying. Well, the reason why each area in the United States is a little different from others, you got to imagine all of us are migrants, have migrated from other countries. And people huddled up into their own little cliques. So that's why you got so much of a difference around the states. This is one time I wish I still worked up at Valley Med, because come 4th of July, I used to climb all the way up to the roof. And I could have a look, see all around the valley and watch all the fireworks. Same thing when I sat there and worked for, we were working for Turner Construction at Valley Med. And they were building their new bed unit. I also had worked for Hanover, which built the Hanover apartments, which were 5 stories up. I used to go up on its roof during 4th of July and watch the fireworks from there too. But what the heck? This year's different. I'm sure that if I was up at the post that I'm at now, I would have been on their roof watching the fireworks. That Skyrise I work at would have been a perfect place. I don't know. Earlier he said he might do a stream tonight. I saw that Haley did, and I went in on there, and it was just brief watching fireworks shoot off. But then the thing went dead. I don't know if her battery died or what. Oh, it was good seeing you too, Theory. Oh yeah, I'm safe. And I got my buddy sitting right next to me. Anything pops off, it's all good. Yeah, you'll get notified right away if he does a stream. Let's see, it is exactly right on the nose, 10:02. You guys should be about 2 hours ahead of me. So you're probably 12:02. If I was in Las Vegas, you'd be 3 hours ahead of me. So I know in California, because California is a leap ahead, 1 hour. So in New York, it should be 2 hours difference from me. You're 103? That means you're 3 hours ahead of me. What state are you in? Are you in New York? Wow. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania being 3 hours? I don't know. Wow. Hey, anybody wanting to come on panel? I'll put that link out there. Let's see, guests. Invite. Copy. I'm getting more and more used to this. Post comment. Paste. Chat. Ching. There's the link. If anybody wants to, let's see some of the fireworks in your guys' area. See what's going on. Anybody have anything interesting? Yeah, I can't remember what time zone California's under. I thought we were under Mountain Time. Mountain or Central. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Texas is Central. It's funny. I used to work in telemarketing, and we used to have all these clocks up on the wall that gave different variety of time zones in each time zone in the United States, and then also time zones in other countries. It's kind of pretty neat, like Hong Kong and Beijing and doggone even in Hawaii. It was like pretty cool. Oh, let me see. Anybody back panel? Remember, guys, before you go back panel, let me know that you're doing it so that way I can keep an eye out for you. And again, I like the way this is set up where I can just do that too. That's perfect. There are 8 continents, yeah. 8 continents? I think so. Or is it 4 continents? I'm not 100% sure. I really don't even know. I know the New World Order shit, they had their way, it would be 4 continents. Yeah. Got a full moon tonight. Hello, Sir Jeffrey. Anything on the home front?
No, don't see it anymore.
Yeah, me either. We can hear an awful lot of it, but
Yeah, I've seen a lot of fireworks. It's been a couple different directions. It's pretty cool. They're big ones. Way up there.
Yeah, I know. I saw some of them reached up over the trees here.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the ones I was looking at too. I was over there getting gas, and then I went to Squidward.
Hey, GTA legend. Happy 4th of July to you, brother.
How many kills does he have on Vice City? How many kills does he have on Vice City?
Oh,
GTA.
yeah. Yeah, we still hear the fireworks around here.
Yeah, they're gonna be going all night tonight. Especially after everybody's been locked up for months.
Yeah, watch, you're gonna be hearing the news. here come tomorrow. X amount of people have been slayed and killed and what?
Probably.
Fake news at its best.
Yeah.
Who's leaving? Oh, okay. Okay, guy. I'll see you, brother.
Do you ever talk to that GTA guy?
Yeah, what's up, GTA?
Ask him how many kills he's got on Vice City if you ever played it.
My buddy Jeff, he wants to know how many kills you got on Vice City if you ever play it.
If you ever played it. There's a lot of old, it's real old now. Some people don't do that. You know, like remember their stat or whatever.
My buddy Jeff here, he used to love playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Well, and the other ones too.
Oh yeah, all of GTA.
Yeah, except for these the latest ones. I'm not too many.
It's not so bad.
No.
I've got GTA 4.
I know.
That's on the PC though.
Yeah.
GTA 5 as well. Got San Andreas. Got
That's about where I stopped.
really San Andreas was pretty cool.
Yeah.
They were integrating the internet into it at that time.
Yeah, you had the jetpack.
Oh yeah, that was fucking dope, man. And you had a special jet. You could get this special jet that.
Yeah, the F-18.
Yeah.
And that other, you're talking about the Harrier.
Or you
It
can.
takes off straight up in the air. Like,
Yeah, right.
that's a Harrier.
Dude, that was the tightest fucking jet. I wish they would have integrated that into
The
GTA
laser ones,
5.
Yeah.
You know, that was a great jet.
Yeah. Maybe that's a real jet too. They got those.
Oh yeah. Those were invented back in the mid '90s,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Those were good because then you could land them on an aircraft carrier a lot easier than with those little rope things that they'd have to try to land and hook onto.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
They could just land directly down.
Yep. Less accidents that way.
But, yeah.
A lot less. Because they could have done it either way. Come in, land that way, or they can just use the jets to flip around and land softly.
Yeah, and what was cool is you could land them on the city streets and
Yeah.
game, you know.
Oh, dude, that shit was tight. You block traffic.
Yeah.
Land right in the middle of an intersection, stop
fun.
everybody.
It's comical.
Mm-hmm. Cops try and swarm you, you just fucking go straight up and gone out of here. Man, it makes me want to load up that doggone that San Andreas and play that shit again. Cause that was pretty tight. I really liked that of that series of Grand Theft Auto. If I'm not mistaken, the casino was integrated into that into San Andreas as well. If I'm not mistaken, you can go and play, you know, cards. You can do all sorts of shit. Play the slot machines and all that. They kind of pushed away from all of that and they went toward online. Well, it seems like things are starting to mellow out now. I mean, I still hear fireworks, but it's just not as loud. You know, in Minnesota, what they do is they have this thing where when it comes around to these small towns, um, they'll set off their 4th of July the second, third, and fourth. And they all take turns. And the reason why they do that is so that way people can go around from town to town and bring in more business through each town, which is kind of pretty cool. So what I used to do is I'd watch the 4th of July deal in Nashwauk, and then on the 4th I would go over into Keewatin, set up through their high school, and watch the fireworks from there. Hey guys, happy 4th of July. Oh, look at that baby. Does she want a treat? I can give her a biscuit. It's okay. Yeah, you want a treat? Look at this, guys. This is a beautiful dog. Look at this. This is a beautiful dog. Look at that, guys. I'm live streaming from YouTube. See? Look at that. What a beautiful baby. Tree? Oh, she finally figured out she was being given a treat. Oh, what kind is she?
Everything.
She's a mutt.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful baby, though. Wow.
She's our child.
Is she a rescue or?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Is that good? Give a dog?
Give a dog a bone. Yeah. I got a dog that, you know, when you give her a bone, she'll come over here and she'll lay in the bushes here. And she just sits there and savors the moment and enjoys it, chomping on it.
Living the best life.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It's good. It's like, yeah, but now that I found it, I'm gonna get all pieces of it.
Girl.
She can come by anytime to get a bone. That's
All
cool.
right.
I think she'll take you up
Yeah, I
on
know.
Yeah, a lot of them kind of do.
They're like, this is the treat stop.
Yeah. Huh? What? No treating that yet?
She's a little on edge.
She's looking. She's looking. Oh yeah. There you go, baby. Give you scratches. Give you scratches. Oh. How long you guys have her had her so far?
2 years.
2 years. Wow. Huh?
She was just a little pup.
Yeah, well, she found a good home here because there's a lot of dog lovers here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's so nice meeting you guys. My name's Howard, by the way.
Leslie.
Nice to meet you.
We'll see you
Have a
around.
good night.
You bet. Happy 4th. Man, guys, now that was great. Met a new hooch in the neighborhood. Yeah, GTA 5 is good, but I don't know. I miss some of the older ones. I haven't really played the online version of it too much. So, yeah, it's bound to happen. Come on, Walking Tall. I know you're in here. I know you want to say something. You're like, yo, Bulldog, what's up, man? Happy 4th of July. Well, thank you, Walking Tall. Mm. Now he's going to weigh in and go, no, you just playing crazy, Bulldog. Oh, wait. I do have a lit cigarette. I knew I had one. Uh, oh, what do you mean? Hmm. Oh, yeah, because Walking Tall is in the septic tank business or something. I'm not sure. That'd be one hell of a smelly job. It's a messy job, but somebody's got to do it anyway. Just hopefully he gets paid good for it. It'd suck to be doing that and be getting shit paid. Is there any urban legend tales in California? I don't know. I've never really researched it. I don't know if there is or not. All I know is that this is the place here where illegals can cross over into. I imagine there's some legend tales around all that shit too. This was the Wild West at one time. Let's see. Yeah, let's take the power cord here, plug it back in. Ah. Yeah, so what's everybody else up to? Come on now, I know you got a voice. I know I got lurkers in here. Let's see, anybody in the panel? No. Got 7 people in here. Okay. And slaughter Native Americans roam and live in California a long, long time ago. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. A lot of stars live out here. Movie stars. That lighter's going dead. Even that Michael Jackson lived out here. Dun, 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 dun. God. Even the guy was a little bit fruity. He was the king of pop, man. I don't know. As a kid, I really wasn't into Michael Jackson at all. I guess the only reason why I was never into him, I didn't like the way he danced on stage, grabbing his nuts all the time. Just something that I never liked. Let me think. Not yet, but when I lived in Vegas, I met a few of them. I met Crocodile Dundee. I met David Hasselhoff. I've even met Chris Angel. And the funny thing is, I met Chris Angel before Chris Angel became Chris Angel. And then again, I was out in Vegas. I've met Siegfried and Roy. Shit, when I was a kid, I mowed their lawn twice. It's funny to say that when I met Crocodile Dundee, he's not as tall as the films portrayed him to be. Shit, I'm taller than he is. He was a nice guy, though. Oh, I met Superfly too. Me and my little brother met Superfly at the same time. In case if you don't know who Superfly is, he was a wrestler. We went to a wrestling match at the Showboat out in Las Vegas. Showboat's not standing anymore. If I'm not mistaken, they imploded it. But they used to have wrestling matches there. which was kind of pretty cool. Now I imagine they do it at what, the MGM or something, or I'm not really positive as to where they do the wrestling matches out there anymore. I kind of left Las Vegas before they imploded the showboat. Yeah, he's old news now. My father was a good friend of Super Armstrong out in Florida. I guess he introduced a couple of my family members to him, from what my older brothers have told me. To me, when it comes to superstars and stuff like that, I see them as just people. I can't imagine why people go gaga over people like that. They're just people. I mean, when I met some of these people that I have met, I've never once asked them for their autograph. If anything, I got up and shook their hand, just introduced myself and treated them like I, would anybody else. Okay. When I was a kid, Hulk Hogan was my favorite. So when I was a teenager. Yeah, wrestling wasn't a huge thing for me. I mean, it was fine from when I was a kid. I remember a lot of the old classics, like the Boss Man, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, Superfly, Andre the Giant. Hello, how you doing, hon? Did you have a good time? Ah, well, I'm hungry. What are we eating? I love to joke with her. She's cool. So what kind of music you into? Please don't say rap. Please don't say rap. Please don't say rap. I think it's funny. When I was growing up, my mother listened to the old style country, and I didn't like it. I didn't like country when I was growing up, but as came into more better country music, I ended up liking country music. I mean, what the hell? You know, I was a country man growing up through and through, even as a kid. But some of the old style country music, I just didn't care for. Man, look at that moon. Let's see if I can aim that right. That moon is bright. A bright ball in the sky. Metal music? Oh well. It's not too bad. I like some metal music. Yeah, it was sending out kind of a pretty fucked up message as far as I'm concerned. That's just like with rap. Rap puts out pretty negative music. Either they're fucking the police or they're shooting somebody or, they're trashing on themselves. It's ridiculous. But then again, some soft rap, I don't mind. As long as they're not being derogatory, nah. Rap is a pretty good art. It can be. I'm not a blues fan, but if I'd take and listen to that or rap, I'd much rather listen to the blues. Hank Williams, oh yeah, he's pretty cool. Supposedly the rumor has it that he came down with COVID-19. They're saying he was fucking around, not taking COVID-19 seriously, and he like tapped some microphones and then tapped his mouth and ended up getting it. I think it's a setup. I highly doubt he got it off of some microphones. I think that COVID-19 bullshit is a biological chemical warfare. Something dealing with that. And the only reason why I think that there's there's some kind of validity to that is because of the fact, look at what happened here around the States here, where people huddled up doing this protesting shit. They're saying that there's no numbers coming out of that from people being so-called affected, but yet a person goes into a barber shop and 20 people get affected. Yeah, I'm serious. I think this shit is, I think the whole shit is plotted. And then the numbers of people that have died over the last year here, I think are made up. I think people that have died from, because, if you ever notice, you stop reading about people dying from heart attack or stroke or any of that shit. All of a sudden, everybody was dying from COVID-19. People dying coming in from a car accident. Oh, it's COVID-19. It's crazy. Gunshot victims probably fucking dying from COVID-19 too. All this shit is, to me, is population control. I mean, COVID-19 is a real thing. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think it's the way that they're stating it to us. I think it's something more to it. Oh, hey, Scotty.
Hey.
You have a good night at work?
No, actually,
Why?
it was slow.
Slower than molasses in January?
Yes,
All right.
I'm not fucking around.
Oh, you don't have to fuck around.
Like, there was like 200 customers my entire shift. 100 to 200.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think that was pretty busy. No?
That's actually very slow.
Ah. Used to getting 400 or 500?
Yeah.
Ah.
If anything less. I mean, actually, way less than 100.
Ah. Then that'd be slow. That's putting the brakes on.
Pretty much. I had to send an employee home early.
You had to send somebody home early.
Yeah.
And how'd you do it? Did you do it the old-fashioned way like I taught you?
No.
Oh, I'm out of here.
No, I didn't do it like that.
Nah. See, that's how I'd have done it.
In a
Clear
restaurant.
your locker out. Oh man, that one stunk. I'm surprised you're not affected by it.
Can't smell it.
You got an immunity from it from several years of torture. You're immune. Jeopardy's not so immune.
Yeah, because he's new.
I rip one. He scoots that chair over to the edge of the doorway. Ooh, that was a good one.
I only got to see a couple of fireworks.
Oh yeah? Did you get up on the roof of the KFC?
No. Because we were still open.
Oh. That kind of sucked.
Yeah. But at least I got to see some.
Somebody went right here in this lot here and was shooting them straight up into the air. It shook this doggone apartment complex. People came out infuriated,
Oh, really? You want to
including
know something worse?
myself.
Some guy was mishandling fireworks. Maybe at the construction site. Because it was white smoke. There was a fire going on.
Wow. Which construction site?
I don't know. But it was somewhere down the road or somewhere down Meridian. And fucking dude, God, like like my employees just saw like there was a whole bunch of smoke. At first I didn't see it. Then one of my coworkers actually pointed out there was a lot of smoke in the back. I'm like, where's it coming from? I look at the direction. That's a shit ton of smoke. I called 911 trying to report the fire. Then they told me that they already had a fire engine dispatched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was on the side of the freeway.
It was?
Yeah,
Probably a homeless person, huh?
probably were fireworks getting shot out of the car. Maybe.
Probably fireworks. Because I
Yeah.
remember hearing a before the fire. That's what made me think it was mishandling fireworks.
That's what I'm thinking. Like I said, I think some chaotic shit's gonna happen tonight.
At least something, but I don't think anything major because everybody's trying to celebrate. But there might be some, like a gunshot that hit somebody by accident or some shit.
Yeah, with over all this fireworks, it would actually be a perfect situation to shoot somebody.
Yeah, because then they can say, well, it was a 4th of July accident. Someone discharged a firearm in the air and the bullet goes up and it comes back down and the stray hits somebody.
Yeah.
And you can just be right there. Yeah. And
Well, some people use that as a
yeah,
technique.
Either that or they can just use a gunshot and the fireworks to mask the gunshot.
exactly. That was my point exactly. That very thing. A Glock 9mm sounds like it's a backfire from a car. which also mimics a firework. So watch, we're gonna hear about it tomorrow in the news media. Some of the shit's gonna be fake, so don't believe it all.
Yep, you gotta love fucking TV ratings. Hey, how many views you got?
How many people do I have in here? Let's see. I have 6 people. Hey, I went from 8 to 6. How'd that happen, man? Oh, that's right. A couple people left. Yeah. We'll trick this channel out, folks. Put it out there on your social media. Let everybody know where we're at, so we can, we can get more people in here.
Will he be the new angry grandpa? Because he loves
No.
to fucking fart?
No.
No,
Angry-
of course not.
ang-
You
ang-
don't have a fat ass.
Angry grandpa. He had loud farts. Perhaps I have him by smell. Ain't no doubt about that. I can peel some paint. AGP can lay down the thunder. Ain't no doubt about that. But he ain't got nothing on my patent smell. Ain't no way.
Well, who knows?
But I think it's funny because Chinese women love the smell of my farts. They want to plant their nose up my ass. Like, what the hell?
Smells like home.
That's funny because you mentioned that because it probably is probably a reminder of their home. Chick of the China, she was one of an original. I tell you that much. Like, damn, girl, you brave. I mean, Chico was no dummy. His ass marched out of that doggone covers, looked back at me like, you fucking son of a bitch. Oh, God, I miss those days. Damn dog had a nasty habit of sleeping right between my legs, right where my ass is.
Ooh, Chico?
Yeah. I'd cut one of them soft biscuits and his ass would roam out them covers like, you fucking asshole. Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
I actually introduced him to Angry Grandpa. He actually didn't like it first time. He thought it was cruel that the son was torturing his grandpa. Apparently, he then figured out that, eventually he just loved him.
Yeah. Yeah, I pulled him. I didn't want him watching AGP. I blocked the shit from the router and everything. For a little while, anyway. Until I found out more about AGP and Michael and stuff.
You blocked it?
Yeah, I blocked it for a brief while.
Never noticed.
Well, that was one time you listened to me. I couldn't believe it. But
Either that or we were lucky.
I went and sat down and had a talk with them and explained to them the shit that they're doing and how fake it is and stuff. Well, not that it was fake, but they were doing shit in the way.
If it was fake, then in the end, it's not torture.
Mm-hmm. That's right. When AGP and Michael started out, now don't give all this credit to AGP because the thing of it is, Michael's the one that had the brains behind this whole ordeal. He saw potential in AGP's anger that it would get him views and get him noticed. So by all means, these videos when they first surfaced, it was of his real life. Just after a while of them doing their videos and they started going viral and he started getting famous from it, then he started doing skits with AGP. And a lot of that became known for what it is today. a lot of them were skits that they did. They were staged. AGP being robbed, and you know them hiding Michael's PS4, them doing all them kind of skits, the zombie shit, all that other stuff. That was all fake. It was all stage shit, and it was brilliant. It was a great way for them to put them out there. And then the AGP's army thing, all that stuff was propaganda around the videos that they were doing. And don't think for a minute that I'm ragging on that and saying that that's not that was a wrong thing to do, because it was, you know, it was okay. At that point in time, I figured out, because I started going through the videos and started watching them. And I was like, no, you know what? No, he loves his father and he wants to provide for his father and he wants to do good things. So even though they pulled all these pranks on one another, they did it as a lovingly kind of father and son bond kind of thing.
I still think the fact that you thinking that I listened was probably just because of luck, that I wasn't actually interested in AGP at the time.
Yeah.
It's like, when do I ever listen to you?
Hey. Well, no, when I plant my foot in your ass.
And even then, I probably wouldn't listen. I'd probably plant my foot back up yours.
Watch it, mister.
Why don't I start it?
I know you're saying that with love. It's all good, brother.
Or am I?
You know, it's funny. I can honestly say that I never had a problem with my son growing up. My only issues that I started having was when we moved out here.
Yeah, because I was always fucking locked up in my room playing fucking games.
Hmm?
Because I was always locked up in my room playing fucking games.
And whose choice was that? Certainly wasn't mine. I'd have to drag your ass out to get you out to doing shit.
Yeah, that's a problem.
It really wasn't. Because, you know, I mean, what I'm trying to get at is you weren't an adolescent that went out and made trouble or got into trouble.
I wish I was.
Why?
Makes my own life interesting. But, I mean, hearing about all these people saying that they had stirred up all this trouble just for fun as a kid.
I had a lot of good compliments from people back in Minnesota, despite it all, their school being bad. I had a lot of parents tell me that they were amazed that I took such a good interest in my son's life. I used to take him to the park and stuff like that. I had parents telling me that, and it's pathetic and bad, you know, to hear this shit. But in a way, I can see the compliment within it. Because I had women telling me, I don't ever see dads taking their kids to the park and doing what you're doing. It's like, well, kick them in the fucking ass and tell them to take their kid to the park.
Maybe they're like Russian poppies. They just can't get their hands up to alcohol, off the vodka.
You used to take them camping and fishing and shit. I still remember that day that I had you sitting in my lap and the first time we were fishing. And I was showing you fishing. That was fun.
I remember that one time that I actually caught a fish. We took a picture, but yeah, we had to let that fish go.
Yeah. It was a bass, and we couldn't keep it because the bass season wasn't open. But it was
a teal bass?
Yeah, I think so. It was
a teal bass or a green bass, somewhere around there. It was like this big.
No, you're exaggerating. It wasn't that big. It was this big. It was a keeper, but I had to let it go because it wasn't.
What?
Yeah. I had to let it go because bass season wasn't open and I didn't have a bass stamp anyway. Oh shit! Other people were saying shit, and I didn't even get it. Okay, what up, Bulldog? Jason, I'm doing great. I don't know why I wasn't seeing your text before, but now I'm seeing them.
Kaboom!
I don't know what you mean about him being true life. I don't.
Here's my conspiracy theory. Doug and Michael's rivalry is fake.
No, I don't think it's fake.
Well, think about it like
Well,
this.
I don't know. I don't know.
Fucking after Angry Grandpa died, Michael had no content. However, now that Doug was doing all this fishing stuff, now he's becoming to a hate channel against Michael, and yet Michael's the same way that he was with Angry Grandpa, ish.
If that was the case, then Michael would be having him more and more upon his shit, and he's not. No, that what is experienced between him and Michael is real. To an extent, I don't know. I don't know. These guys are experienced YouTubers, so
Actually, now that I look at it, it does seem a little real. Because why would Doug joke about a dead baby?
no, it's not a matter of joking. Yeah, I'm not even going to get into any of that, Scotty. Trust me.
Yeah, it's not.
That's
A lot of people are butthurt easy.
that shit that's under a bridge. It was something that was started that he was going off the fact that because they put it out there on clickbait, a few times that Bridget was proclaiming to be pregnant and she wasn't even pregnant. So when that shit started, he didn't believe that she was pregnant when she said she was. I don't know. I'm not in the middle of any of that shit and don't wish to be. That is their life.
Don't become a hate channel.
That's right.
Trust
Well,
me,
I mean-
that shit will get short-lived and you'll realize that your fans aren't really fans.
Well, no, it's not a matter of that. You bring drama to your channel and people want to leave it alone. They don't want drama. Well, then again, I don't know. There's a lot of people out there that feed off of drama. And that's just ridiculous. Those are what you call trolls.
Pretty much. And those are the only people your channel is going to attract.
That's right. If you let this shit happen, that's all you're gonna get.
Oh, hey, I remember watching a couple of anti-masker videos. And, dude, some of that shit was hilarious. Dude, they're like talking all about I remember this one video that they're talking about that this lady was off saying that she refuses to wear a mask and this guy doesn't, and he doesn't, and she didn't want this manager dude shopping for her, of which he offered. And she said that she was getting something very private. And I'm like, what could be in a store? What could be in a grocery store that's private?
Probably a douche or tampons.
Yeah, but every girl uses tampons.
Yeah, I know, but that's kind of a private thing.
Yeah, that's true.
One thing that bothers me is once you become married, you marry a girl, sometimes they'll hey honey, while you're at the store, can you pick me up some tampons? Or some wings? Or some douches? And it puts a guy in the spot. Some don't mind doing it. Some will tell him, get it your damn self.
Honestly, I don't look forward to marriage.
Huh?
Honestly, I'm not really looking forward to marriage.
Why? Marriage can be a wonderful thing if it's done right. You get the right person.
Yeah, but it's like, feels like it's a stupid high rate for a fucking divorce. And they're just gonna leave with all your shit.
It's like I said, you just gotta get to know the person. Take your time with that person.
And I've seen shit too. Entire woman's fucking personality getting goddamn changed with a goddamn lover.
Oh, once they get that marriage thing, it can
Well,
happen.
I mean, like I actually had a few girlfriends, and quite a couple of them has changed. Whenever we actually called it together, just went to the point where one of us couldn't handle it anymore. Well, actually, mainly me, because I couldn't handle their bullshit.
Yeah.
I still remember my first girl though. It was a Thai girl.
Very cute one.
No, there's some real winners out there, but then there's a lot of losers.
I felt like my Thai girl was actually a winner, but we just didn't put up well. Now she's one with someone she's actually happy with, and I'm fine with that.
That's good.
Me and her are still friends. And honestly, after my last relationship, I'm like, you know, maybe I shouldn't surround myself in fucking love. Either that or I can just forget it altogether. Because in a way, love is a goddamn hassle.
No one else is saying anymore. Nobody's in the thing. Ah, 7 people. Tell you what, guys, I will put the got it again here. And anybody wanting to come up on panel is more than welcome. There we go.
Hey, someone else still commented. Nope, it was scroll up.
No, it says I'm still here. Cool, Michael. All right.
Sugoi.
Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to come up on panel. What the hell? See, that's another thing that's starting to really disturb me. In order for people to jump up on panel, there's got to be animosity in a fucking room that makes them come up on panel, and that's just wrong. That's messed up. You put up for a good stream. I mean, others should not, should be able to go up on panel. Hey, by the way, if there's anybody new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification. You'll be notified of all live upstreams that I put out and any other videos. And if you like the content here, smash the like button. It really helps that algorithm, makes it to where the video gets shared out to others further, longer, kind of helps. You see, to me, I think once a channel gets bigger, it can sustain a few down thumbs, and won't really affect it much. But when it's starting out, that thumbs up really makes a huge difference.
The modern world really is different. God, I still remember way back then when shit was a lot simpler. And there wasn't all this much pressure to become famous.
Yeah, well, to me, I don't look at it as something to be famous. I mean, shit, if this channel was to turn famous, that'd be awesome. It'd be cool.
That'd be just a side
But
thing.
but I wouldn't let it get go to my head.
That's what they all say.
You know, some people when they do end up getting big, they get boasted. Next thing you know, people suffer from it. You know, because they can't pay attention to everybody at once. I guess that's bound to happen. That, you know, once you get to be really big, it's kind of hard to keep up on that. But then again, if this channel starts growing, I'll have administrators that'll be able to help with that. So that way nobody gets left behind.
Yeah, but then again, though, what if you start having millions of people who want to get on your private chat?
Well, it just shows you how good you are. That's just like when I ran my server, my Bulldog server. I had people coming in all the time telling me to kick others so they can come in and play. That's how big we got. We got very big.
Did you put up another server?
Yep. A lot of people said that they played specific parts of CSS and we put up servers relating around it. But even though we had done that, those servers were empty. They just wanted to be in the ones that me and Hack Bauer were in. So even though we did get pretty famous off of it, it never went to me and Hack Bauer's head. We paid attention to all of our members. So up until Steam came and broke everything we had, and God, I wish there would have been a way to sue them for the damage they, well, actually, it's kind of funny and ironic, folks, but even though they broke our shit, our members are still there. That's the funniest thing of this whole ordeal. Usually you get in and you create a community, and the moment it goes dead and nothing occurs, you know, people jump out of them communities and go elsewhere. Our community is still there, and that shocks me. That gets to me right in the heart, man, to know that a lot of people
Like
cared.
TF2 and Gary's mod. Yeah, TF2 actually has a community that's lasted for like what, 12 years?
Hmm.
And Gary's mod, it also has a long community, but a lot of communities are just toxic, and if they did, and they just go on for the short term.
Tell you what, I'm kind of pissed off at that whole ordeal over that TF2 thing. I think Steam should have gave everybody their money back that paid into it, because shortly after they made everybody pay for the damn thing, they offered the damn game out for free. You can download TF2 for free online.
It's actually a really good game, though.
I don't give a shit. They owe me. They owe me, and they owe a lot of people that put up the front money for that shit.
Well, who knows? What if it was to get on a standing ground?
What do you mean?
Like, you know, to get money to help it to at least get
You don't make somebody pay for something they say they're charging for and then turn around and give it away for free. That's bound to cause a reaction like it did with me. I don't even go on TF2. I don't even bother with the shit.
Speaking of TF2, I have a Twitch. And I will put it up on this stream.
Shit, man. Get that shit so
There's no forward slash. Where's the forward slash? What? Come, son of a. Though I know Twitch is kind of crap. It's popular, and I know that popular people can make a difference. Oh, posted it twice. Oh. I cannot. How the hell can you use this thing?
What are you trying to do?
I got it. Ah. I'm making it voice.
So that's my son's Twitch account. So twitch.tv/dark. I guess that's his Twitch account. If anybody's interested. I guess he plays on TF2. Mm-hmm. Let me see. 54. Oh, 7 people. Okay, we gained somebody. Yeah, must be. Yep, probably got a few trolls in here. Mm-hmm. Hey, Pie Guy, what's up? Yeah, we're just hanging out. Next year, we'll probably go on out and do the fireworks thing, but not this year. This year, yeah, too sketchy to do. Here it sounds like it's calmed down out here. There's still fireworks going off, but it's just not as strong anymore. What the fuck? Why is my thing winning? Oh wow. Neighbors, huh? I had someone that shot off some fireworks in the parking lot right next to me here. Shit was loud, real loud. Uh, well, that's good. Now I guess we'll watch the news in the morning, see what kind of chaotic shit's occurred. If there's any kind of chaotic shit that's occurred, it's probably going to be within a downtown area. As far as it being countryside, I don't foresee anything bad occurring. That's only because all country folk are armed with teeth. They ain't gonna let nothing happen. I can imagine. Oh yeah, Dr. Pepper's my go-to drink. Oh yeah, it's my favorite. It's all I drink is Dr. Pepper. Oh yeah, you know what? Oh here. Let me see it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I can imagine your stuff. You know, one thing that has me puzzled a little bit. You know how YouTube says like if you play music in your shit, that if you're monetized, that you don't get that monetization, that money goes to the artist instead of you. How much do you guys want to bet that if any of these artists that put out their music are asked if they ever get a personal check from YouTube, how much you want to bet that not one artist gets a paycheck from YouTube? I think if anything, because YouTube, I don't think is a very innocent entity either in this ordeal, because here they sell their own platform for YouTube music that they charge you for. And I bet anything, none of that money goes toward any of these artists that are putting their music up. I bet YouTube pays, I think they pay a set rate to artists to have their music on their platform, and then they sell it to us, which they're making fist over fist in money. And if you play any of the artists in your streams without a license, they're telling people that that money for the monetization for your channel goes to the artist, when in fact it goes into their bank account. And they keep it. Let's see here. How many people we have on now? 5 people? Oh man. Yeah, I do believe I'm right about it. I mean, they're doing the same thing with movies too. Oh yeah? Well, I don't know how it goes. I know that if you you can integrate some music into your videos as long as it's air-rated or something like that. But the moment you give the artist recognition, according to YouTube, that monetization goes to the artist, which I think is bullshit. Because, like I said, you name an artist, and if they're questioned about if they get a personal check from YouTube, from SAG ads. I bet you anything there ain't no such check coming from YouTube for that. It's just unheard of. They're just going to set right from YouTube for allowing their music to be put on their platform, and then they sell it to their customers, and they make fist over fist and money. So God forbid if you put it on your channel, it's copyright infringement. It's fucking bullshit. You play music from your house, from music that you bought. Okay. You're not charging for it. It's legal for you to do. But yet YouTube has found a way to say that it's illegal, which it's not illegal. It's against their company policy. You know, if people band together and they were to put out a petition and they were to seek a law firm, I bet you anything any law firm would want to jump on that and go after YouTube for that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if you put ads on your shit under their monetization thing, you should be paid from them ads, regardless of what they think about with the music situation. But then again, you know, you got to be able to come together. If a law firm sees enough of an interest, they'll go after it. Hey, Michael, welcome back to the stream, my brother. She wanted you to do something, huh? Ooh. Michael, now you got our inquiring minds wondering here. What did your girlfriend have you do? Wait a minute, what now? I've even had a copyright strike using the YouTube free music before. Oh yeah, you guys hear that? Now that is some shit right there. And that's ridiculous. Yeah, but you don't get paid on it. So you don't split anything. If there was a split, you'd make something, right? I mean, fuck, if that was the case, shit, I'd put music in my videos. May the good Lord bless you. Empty boxes? What are you grabbing empty boxes for? Uh-oh. Yeah. You don't, there ain't no split of shit. YouTube just takes it all. But then again, I don't know. I'm not monetized yet. I'm sure that once I become monetized, when I become monetized, I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for that. Like Angry Grandpa said, one time YouTube can suck my dick. Yeah. I just changed the music when they pull that stuff. Yeah. See, now I don't think people would mind sharing if that was the case. I don't, if they were sharing, then why do people not put music in their video? So obviously there's something wrong with the equation. They must not be sharing like they say, right? I remember years ago when I went to Comdex out in Las Vegas, I came across this program from one of the vendors called Acid. And what this Acid program did is it would go into the lyrics of music, and you can remove instruments, specific kind of instruments from a song, or you can remove the artist from the song. You can add lyrics. You can do all sorts of shit. You can even add particular instruments to it, which I thought was just dope. And it's a crying shame that I don't have that software anymore, because that software, after so long, was banned off the market because of what all it could do. It's a crying shame I ain't got that program no more, because it sure was a really cool program. I'm sure there's other programs out there that do similar to what Acid did, but not as good. I mean, you could record your voice over it, and you can take your voiceover into it and cover the artist's voice, replace it with your own, and it would automatically, it was a sick program. It was something else. I guess what I'm going to try and do is create a Grand Theft GTA 5 server for Chief. I'm going to try anyway, because I know he likes GTA 5. And I think that would be sick to have something like that added for him. I think that would make his channel grow, because I know he likes it, and I think it would be epic to have that coincide and go in to what he's doing. I think he'd really like it. But I have to learn how to put it up, because this is something that I haven't seen on Steam, if I can make a dedicated server through Steam. And then the trickiness of it is because there's different platforms, and it looks like that I can make a self-dedicated server off of a PC that would be for the PS4 platform. That much I did discover, but I'd have to go through a few websites to do it, and I'd have to test it out to see that it can be done. And then I want to know, I want to dig in to find out if if there's like intros and stuff like that, to where you can integrate a person's own logo into their server, like a lot of servers can do. And then I'll probably have him send me some of his stuff that we can integrate into it, so when others join his server, they know that it's his server. But just so that way you guys know, it will be locked down to the public. Because once I can figure out and orchestrate it and build it and get it working and functioning, I'm going to put it on a thumb drive, or flash drive and send it to him so he can install it on his system and run it off of his system so it can be fully 100% his. Maybe walk him through to show him what all he can do. You know, as far as if there's an admin mod that goes along with it, you know, things like that, so we can work out the kinks of it. So it's going to take some work, but I think I can pull it off and get it going good. I thought it was funny. He goes, "Well, it's legal, right?" Yeah, it's legal. Perfectly legal for you to put your own dedicated server up. Oh yeah, it'll be something else, and I bet a lot of his followers will join it just for the fact of it being, you know, Chief's personal server. I'll have to teach him because my understanding he runs behind a router. So I'll have to show him how to port forward the port so that a way it'll function on his system. And I think the cool thing about this is by doing it this way, he's not using his PC to run the server, or not only just to run the server, but you know, because sometimes in like if you get into doing gaming on your PC platform, it's always recommended that you do it as a standalone. In other words, you build a PC specifically for that server and you run it separately if you're going to play the game. So you play on your normal gaming computer to join the server from another box. So that way it doesn't lag you out and lag the other players out. This way it works in a way that you're not playing on that same platform. You're putting a specific platform up on your PC and running it that way. And then you're using the PS4 platform. Granted, it's still on the same network, but it's separate. And therefore, you can do that. You can join it right off of your PS4 and it should be fine. And like I told Chief, I said, this is something I've never done before. So I do this and I can do it right. You know, it'll be a hell of a good accomplishment for me. And I think it will blow his mind, and I think it'll make him very happy. Oh, there's a type here. Okay. Oh, it was. I'm telling you, you guys got to try that that pastrami deal there. It was good. Very tasty. So like I said, it's an expensive little sandwich, but it's worth it. And I don't have it very often. Just once in a blue moon, I treat myself to it. So I think it's funny. Togo's puts out a hot pastrami sandwich too. They do it by bread or by wrap, and it's good. But I think that it's just a little too spicy for me. the pastrami I get from the Yum Yum Donuts is very tasty. It's not hardcore in pepper, and it's not too hardcore with salt. So it's pretty good. Very, very tasty. I'm kind of stoked about this whole ordeal about doing this with Chief. And once I get the thing figured out and I can do it, of course, I'll work whatever kinks out with Chief. Because when you do your own standalone dedicated server, let me tell you, folks, you have the power to do what you want to do. You can go to a company and you can have a company put up a dedicated server for you, but you're under their restrictions because what they're selling you is their slots. And the more slots you have, the more money you're going to put out. You put out by a standalone dedicated server on your own, you control how many slots you have. You control the tick rate. You control everything of that panel. So ooh, see, did you guys hear that? Oh, there it goes again. See, those aren't fireworks. That's a gunshot. Those are gunshots going on. That fucking shit was close by. Let's see, anybody else type anything? Nope. Nobody's on back panel. Cool, I got 9 people in here. That's pretty cool. Hey, if there's anybody new here in the channel, if you can, smash that like button if you like the content. Hit that subscribe buttons. Subscribe to the channel and smash that bell notification. Click on the all button. You'll receive all new updates on videos and live streams that I do. So how long would it take to make the server for Chief? Sounds complicated. It can be complicated, yes. For right now, I'm weighing the pros and cons of it. Oh, sorry. Because I want to be sure, you know, that I'm not going to be installing a virus on my computer. Once I fine tune that to be sure that what software I'm going to be using is a good software, then yeah, I'll take it from there. I'm trying to stay away from the idea of it being web-based. If it's web-based, most likely it could contain a virus. So I'm only going through trusted sources. Yeah, those were gunshots. Yeah. You know, that ordeal that happened with Joanne, you know, it was an innocent thing. She was just trying to boost ratings here for the server. She wasn't trying to do anything that, you know. Joanna's a sweetheart. She was just trying to, you know, try and help everything out, I guess. What is that supposed to mean? Oh, Michael wants Bulldog after dark again, LOL. What is that supposed to mean? Oh, Michael, do you really want me after dark? Hey, just because I live close to San Francisco does not mean that I am in any way affected by San Francisco shit. There's no San Francisco treat here. She doesn't have to make you feel uncomfortable, Michael. I think the whole ordeal made her feel more uncomfortable than anything. Yes, rice saroni treat. Hey, after they aired their commercials, I never could succumb to eating a box of rice saroni from there, knowing the way that that place is. You might be getting a little extra, you know, kind of in your rice, you know. It's no wonder why they call it the right rice, right? Rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat. I bet it's a treat. I mean, hell, why would it make a guy feel uncomfortable with a girl moaning? I mean, come on now. You have a box in the kitchen right now. Well, anyways, making that platform, like I was saying, I found another spot that you could, yeah, I won't bite hard. Well, it's not that the moaning made me feel uncomfortable. It was the fact I didn't want you to lose your channel. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what you're meaning. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, I appreciate the love, my brother. I think it would have taken a lot more than that for them to really take the channel down. I think if they saw that I didn't take immediate action and remove it, then they probably would, yeah, probably wouldn't have went well. But it's okay. Like I said, there was no harm, no foul. I don't think she was doing anything under the knowledge of knowing she was doing something not good. You know, it's no big deal. She can come back anytime she wants. She knows she's welcomed here. So I guess after I set up this platform, I'll have to look for plugins and stuff like that for like cars and stuff like that, because you can download custom car packs and stuff. And I'll try and get him some unique car packs, things that people don't have. I guess this deal with that I'm starting to discover here with GTA Online kind of ordeal is that there's a lot of role play communities. I think that's basically what it's all about anyway. I think it's all on that as far as role play. Because I guess they got it to where you can be a police officer, firefighter, all sorts of things within that game mode. And I guess there's a lot of rules and regulations regulating around it. So like if you become a cop and you can't just go rogue and go killing people and stuff. I was kind of researching a lot of that today. Chief, if you're in here, let me know. Because I did find a few spots that you can download your own dedicated server. I just want to be sure that I don't get one that's web-based. In other words, where in order to make a connection, you got to use the web for it. That wouldn't be a good thing. I did find a spot where you can actually put down an actual dedicated server without having to do that. and it is off the PlayStation 4 platform. I'll download it on our system here and run it through its course. Probably hook it up, see if it's connectable, dig into finding out what kind of admin mods you can put on it, you know, to get a good admin mod put on it. Make it to where you have full range of control of the server. Yeah, for some reason, you know, I watched it, it was short, and then it just, boom, cut out. Cool, right on, Michael. If I can, I'll try and host one again tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so take care, Michael. Get some good sleep there, my friend. Now, by any chance, Chief, if you're in here, you're going to find out what I was talking about, you know, because when I do create the server, I'm going to put a log file on it. And what it will do is it'll record everybody's IP address that joins the server and stuff like that. And in this admin mod, whatever admin mod I go to install on it, I will put it in there instructing it to ban by IP. So if you get any trolls that come in on the server, it will ban their IP address so they can't come back under a different identity. If they do, they would have to do it from another internet source, which, like I said, it would, yeah, not be good for them to do. Nobody in their right mind is want to go around their town hitting all their IP, you know, their sort, you know, it just would be lame and stupid. Whatever devices they hook to, it'll automatically block them. Ha ha ha! Very funny. Aw. Well, it was a nice pooch. It was like saying, thanks for the bone. Yeah, it was a nice pooch. Oh, by the way, it looks like this platform that I found that you can use a dedicated, download and run a dedicated server uses Windows 10. So if you got Windows 10, it should work just fine. I don't know my way around Windows 10 very well, but I guess I'll learn. No, how many hot dogs did he eat? Yeah, I don't know anything about that. What was it on the news or something? Or man, missed the good old days. He ate 75. Wow, that's a lot of freaking hot dogs. Holy shit. I think it's funny. Some hot dog contests, they'll put the whole buns and everything, the condiments and all that on them. But then some hot dog contests, they just have just the hot dogs where you're just eating the hot dogs. I think it's more challenging for them to put them in the buns. Oh, they do it every 4th of July? That's cool. In 10 minutes? Wow. That's pretty damn good. I stopped doing food eating contests because, it is a danger to your health. You're not being able to chew up your food thoroughly. You're putting big chunks in there. You're putting your organs through a lot of shit. And you will run into major issues. Oh, so he had them with the buns on them too? That's something. Holy shit. I've been watching this one chick going around. She's doing um, food competitions, like man versus food kind of ordeal. And I gotta tell you, this girl's a very cute looking girl. I have a funny feeling she's a little dykish, but this girl can put some food down. I shit you not. This beautiful girl is going and gobbling down some serious shit. Probably, you know, from time to time, it can become overwhelming to where that, yeah, you will throw up. This girl I've been following and seeing on YouTube, uh, she calls herself the Kaylee Crew. You gotta check her out. 48, that's still a lot of hot dogs. There's some food contests that you can do and it won't, it'll make you bloated, but you won't throw up. But there are some that you just get overwhelmed in what you're doing, and yeah, it can make you sick. You will throw up. Oh boy. How much you want to bet was that thin girl? Probably, maybe anyway. But no, I don't know. She can put down some serious shit. Her last little contest she did was where she was downing a serious big ass. I mean, it was huge, big ass fucking burger, and she had fries, and she just beat the buzzer. I mean, she literally. I mean, when it came down to it, she was grabbing the fucking fries and balling them up, and she was getting into it. And shit was funny. But she makes a big, huge rookie mistake, though. She tries to wash it down with liquids and stuff. You can do it periodically to let your whistle make it go down easier, but she takes an awful lot of liquid to her stuff. I've noticed that. But she does do something that is smart of her to do, which is she adds like a ketchup or a sauce that has some grease to it to where that it can help the food go down a little easier. But she makes herself more thirsty when she does it. No hot dog challenge for me. I've done that shit. I've eaten my fair share of hot dogs in the past. I have a hard time wanting to eat hot dogs to this day. I mean, not that I won't eat them. I do like a good brat every once in a while. Oh, wow. Yeah, it makes the bread expand quicker. Hey, what's up, girl? $75 he soaks the buns in water. Yeah. I mean, in a way, it's kind of smart. The bun's already expanded. Maybe that would be a better idea health-wise for him to do that. Because his system says he's full. He probably won't, overdo it to where he pukes or throws up. I don't know. It's just another form of strategy. If it works for you, it works for you. I don't think I could succumb to do that because I think the bread would just taste. I don't think it would taste very good being soggy. I guess it would take some getting used to. Shit, I gotta grab another pack of cigarettes. I am out of stogies at the moment. Well, I mean, until I go get some from the inside. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Oh, by the way, there's another way that I can do this type of deal too. Um, there is another way that I can set this server up. Uh, that could be a little more beneficial to Chief. I have it run off a server that doesn't have to run off his PC. Because see, the only problem with the only kind of issue that you may encounter by doing a standalone dedicated server is running it off of a PC. You got to keep it maintained. And the problem with it is if it's not a quad core and it doesn't set up to dump its cache all the time, you got to manually restart your system every so often. And that's to, to keep up with the bandwidth. And a lot of people don't have the type of setup like what I got. Me, I have a dedicated server box. And I can run the server 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it doesn't matter. I can keep that damn thing running 24 hours a day. Could cost me my electric bill, but I'd have a server up and going all the time. And that's more because it is designed to run that way. You doing it off of a PC means that you have to pay attention to it a lot. And you got to know what you're doing, and you got to be able to, it's not hard to maintain, but like I said, it would be a pain in the ass. You'd have to reboot the thing at least once a day. You would have to dump its cache manually, which is fucked up. It's not that it's hard, because once you shut down the system, the cache part goes away and it dumps itself. But it's the fact that you're having to do it. And it puts wear and tear on that system. Okay, you should purge this system on regular, basic, probably daily. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm getting at. Where a server box, it automatically just does it. You don't have to worry about it. And if CPU goes and gets hot on you, it can switch. It can switch automatically. If you get one side that's getting too hot, it has a way that it can function without as much as a hiccup. You get a hard drive that goes bad, you can swap the drive without affecting anything. You get memory that goes bad, you can swap it out without issues. You don't have to shut the system down. You want to add memory to your shit, you can add memory. You can do whatever you want to a server box without disrupting its service. But on a PC, anything goes bad, you got to shut it down and it stays down until the repair is made. So there are some drawbacks to having your own dedicated server, but it doesn't have to be a bad thing. You start out with your own dedicated server once you get people coming in. Now, the good thing about this whole ordeal, Chief, and this is another thing that I've noticed, because now you got your play button and it's due to gaming and stuff, it'll automatically be integrated into the server. Meaning that once you take control of it and you put your deal in, it will, you'll be able to do donations and stuff through the game, I guess, from my understanding. It will send notifications out to all of your members that you're doing all this and that and the other thing, and you'll reap the benefits from it. And here's the thing, after a while of doing the standalone dedicated server bit, you get things going, you can always opt out, and, server box you can get used online for a reasonably decent amount of price. This one here, both of these server boxes really were not expensive for me. One costed, I think, like $250, but it was like $100 in shipping because the damn thing weighs a ton. And the other one costed, and it's a more newer one because it takes terabyte drives, and there's SATA swap drives, by the way. That one cost me about $350. I want to say, and it was one of the newer models, it was a Dell. And that one costed me $75 in shipping. So it wasn't too bad. And, you can upgrade your shit to commercial grade. The only drawback to it is because of the fact that there's 2 power supplies built into the thing that you'll have to have plugged in. You don't have to worry about it overclocking, it's overdoing anything. It's designed this way so that way, like I was stating before, if the system gets hot on one end, it has its cooling fans to help cool it down, and the other side takes over. So either way it looks, it keeps everything running smoothly, and you'll have to keep it in a semi-cool enough room. So that way the system in itself doesn't overheat and not have a way of expelling its heat. Some people have taken these server boxes and installed them under their house, where they had ventilation that goes through all the time. Some people have been known to do that. Or rather that, or they just keep it in a room that they keep cooled down consistently. For me, it was kind of hard to do in this apartment because the only place that I could put this, and by the way, if you choose to get a server box, make sure that you can dedicate it to its own room away from sleeping quarters, because these server boxes can get pretty loud. I mean, it's not astronomically loud, but it's enough that it can be disturbing to your lifestyle. So Yeah, when I got it, I dedicated it in my laundry room. And it's not that it was a horrible idea, because it was a good idea, but I have no AC vent in there. So therefore, keeping it cooled down, it does represent a challenge. Being I'm in an apartment complex, I can't exactly put it under put it under the rafters underneath without somebody noticing. So can't do that. But that's okay. And it will make your power bill go up a bit. I mean, not significantly. Well, about an extra. If you can afford another $50 a month, that's about the average of what it's going to cost you. If you run it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, versus a PC. It's not going to be that much of a jolt on your electric bill if you make a dedicated PC box to it to run when you want it to run. But more or less, it's, you start out small and you go bigger. You know what I mean? Start baby steps. This is the way I did it. I mean, when I got into doing Team Fortress Classic and Duke Nukem and Shadow Warrior and stuff like that, I started small. I ran it off its own standalone dedicated server box. That was just a regular PC. And after a while, I grew to where that I got the server boxes and ran it off of them. And, having your own server box is a good idea. Let me explain why. You can buy your own domain name and put it on your own box and put up your own website. Build your own website on your box. You're not paying anybody. You don't have to store space, nothing, none of that. And here's the good thing about that. You can turn around and make that server box make you money. That's right. Your server box can make you money because you can do dedicated websites for others if you know how to do it. If you know how to do it, you can put up websites for others and charge them for putting it on your site, your box. And by you hosting your own dedicated server on a server box, you can charge others by slot to build them a server. So the server box can pay for itself. And I know you're probably wondering, well, God, Bulldog, if it can do that, why aren't you doing it with your server boxes? Well, when I got set up out here, I didn't really have any wiggle room to throw up money to sit there and keep my electric bill up to date, because it does take money. It takes a little bit. Because even though you buy a server box doesn't mean that you're out of the woods. You got to have a base going in order to do it. When I bought my server boxes, I had everything set up and I had everything going. And even though I never made any extravagant money off of my server boxes, I did at least make enough to keep everything at least afloat, and which was satisfying enough for me. But I can make this to where that I can build the standalone dedicated server, and either you could go to a company, and that company would charge you by slot, and I can get access to the FTP client, and I can upload the server to it, and you can work it off of somebody else's machine and just pay a little each month, you know, as a monthly fee to keep it going. Or I can build it, orchestrate it, keep controlling the slots and stuff like that, make it the way that you want it, download it on a thumb drive, send it over, make it to where that you can plug it in, set it up on your system, and put it up whenever you deem suitable to put it up, to play with your friends, to play with others, and so on and so forth. The only reason why I encourage others to do this kind of thing is simple: to save money. Now, when you go to a company, it's not totally horrible that you go to a company, because one thing that the company will do that's good and it's beneficial to do is, number one, you're putting wear and tear on their machine. They eat the costs for electric bills and stuff like that, and the maintenance and all that. You don't have to deal with all that. They take care of it, and they keep your shit up and going 24/7. But in hindsight, if you can't afford to pay it, then, well, standalone dedicated server is probably be more beneficial to you. You can try and keep it up online 24/7. You can do it successfully if you're willing to take the time to dump that cache and to reboot your system and, you know, do all that. On a company's end, when a new update comes out, they can update this shit automatically. They got a config file that automatically puts out the server's update. That'll be another thing that I'm going to have to figure out, because this is a different platform of constructing a file that will permit you to update the server when new updates come out, and to make it do it automatically, so that a way your server really doesn't skip a beat. That's going to be tricky. And the only reason why I say that is because an online server, once they receive their updates, they get automatic notifications where you won't get the automatic notification. And when it does, they just, boop, they hit a button and it updates all their server boxes. Where in this case, somebody might send you a message and say, hey, Chief, I can't join your server. It says it's outdated. And you can, you know, again, click on a button just like they do, and it will update your server. So there's a little drawback to having your own dedicated server, but is it worth it? Absolutely. It's worth it. It's worth it to you to have control of your shit. Even though there's a little bit of inconvenience, you can do it. Oh, I'm sure I'm going to figure it out, brother. If there's a will, there's a way. And believe me, my servers didn't skip a beat. I kept that shit going. And, you know, the only reason why I got into doing my own dedicated servers, I dealt with a company, and it's a good company, don't get me wrong, Counterstrike.com. And I'm not shameful to put that out there, and they're not promoting me to say this, but Counterstrike.com has the best servers out there. They're good, okay? They won't skip a beat. They're on top of their shit. But the owner of that company, I don't know what the deal is as to why this guy for some reason started hating clans. And I don't know why. For a long time, I promoted his servers and I brought him a lot of business. I'm sure of it because I would coach people through it. They would do it and they say, well, you know, because, you know, do understand this. When you go through a company and you have a company put a dedicated server for you, their job is simply to put the server in order for you. Okay, they know how to put the plugins and they'll install the plugins and they may can set up some of them plugins, but some plugins that you may require are what is known as third-party plugins, and they don't specialize in every single plugin out there that's third-party. So you got to have some know-how to configure that piece of software to work properly with your server. And this was a big problem that Counterstrike.com had because they were coming across a lot of clientele that were looking for that type of thing, and when it wasn't working out for them, they would dump on them and leave them. I offered a lot of help to that company. When people got confused and was wondering why specific things weren't working, they would give me access to their client. I would go up, I'd go into their panel, I'd go on their server, and I would go into their config files and be able to make their shit function. And I would always send a note to Counterstrike.com. Bulldog was here, we did this, we did that, we helped where you couldn't help. No problem, you know, was never an issue. And one day I went on because I wanted to, and you know, for a little bit they gave us web hosting, which was cool. I liked that. You know, I was grateful that they did that for us. But his attitude started getting really sharp. In other words, what I'm trying to say is he developed a fuck you attitude toward people that were clans, including myself. And I couldn't understand why he was taking that type of attitude. And after a while, I don't know, shit just fell apart to the point that he even took our web hosting and stuff away. We didn't do anything wrong, and I promoted and brought him a lot of business. But for some reason, like I said, I don't know, shit was just changing around there. You know, it was pretty catastrophic, and I was like, well, I don't want to get in the mix of this shit. So I downloaded my server onto my own box, and I ran my own servers dedicated for a while. And then that's when I got my server box, and I started doing it through the server box, and I was happy I did it. You know, I mean, my 32 slot server turned into an 84 slot server. That was pretty epic. Being how there weren't very many servers out there who could even go past 60 slots. So yeah. But do know this, and this is a good news flash for any and all that are looking to get into doing a dedicated, standalone dedicated server. The more slots you put on there, and the more players you go on there, that do go on there, and you're doing it off a regular PC, A, make sure that you have enough RAM. B, make sure that that your processor can handle it. Because if it can, you're going to develop a lot of latency issues. People are going to go in there, and there's going to be a lot more players in there, and the more the players, the more load you're going to put on your system, and the more laggier it's going to become. That's where messing with that tick rate is going to come into play for you, because you can't run 100 tick rate to a server that puts out 60 slots. It's going to be hard. You have to be able to lower that tick rate. Go to 66 or 33. You get a 60 slot server, you put up 60 slots, lower your tick rate to about 66 at first. When you lower that, it will make the play a lot easier. A lot of people will be able to handle it, and it won't be so lagged and hardcore. If you go to 80 slots, and you'll have to lower your tick rate to 33. This is something that the server companies don't give you control of either. You can't control your tick rate from the company. Well, anyways, I got a lot of work. Now you know that a lot of work is going to go into building this server and constructing it and making it fine-tuned to function properly. It's a lot of work. Trust me, it's a lot of work. But you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it in the end. You put out something, you install the right plugins, install the right packs on the server, and you can have a pretty epic server that can go viral. Just like my zombie mod server, it went viral, and man, I tell you what, man, you'll get big, you'll get popular. You know, now that they're coming out with PlayStation 5, you know, you got to look at this way. You might want to jump on the bandwagon of putting up getting on their platform and putting up your own server. When I did my CSS server, when Global Offense came out, it was after I'd already moved out here and stuff, and I didn't jump on it just for the simple fact is I didn't have the time. No, I'll have to show him how. All this stuff will be integrated into a server to where it'll be ran through his admin mod in his admin software for a good portion of it. Other than a few things that he'll have to learn how to do server side, it's easy and simple. It'll be easy and simple. The things that I'll have to show him, he should be able to do with no problem. I have every bit of confidence in Chief. He's a go-to kind of guy, and I don't think he's afraid to learn shit. It won't be difficult. The difficult end is constructing it and putting it together. Once it's put together, it's easy to maintain. It sounds difficult, but it's easier than it's made out to be. Yeah, I'll have to teach him. A little bit. There's not much to learn once you get it going. Once I get that part going, it'll be easy for him to maintain. And you'll have some, by the time I do this, you'll have some choices to make. Either to do it off his own system, or to do it on a business aspect end of it and have it handled by a company. But either way, it would be up to him to do. I can orchestrate it, make it happen for him. But he would have to want it. And it seems like it's something that he would want. He likes Grand Theft Auto, so it's something that he's passionate about. So I think he would probably give a go at it on his own. Who knows? He'll probably want it downloaded on his system and run it off his system and save the money. Maybe it might be something that he would want up every now and then to get others together to have a good time and stuff. And or he just may want it up there all the time where players can just come in and play. And you know, who knows? It's all up to him as to what he'd like to do with it. But I think he's going to have fun with it. I think he'll get a good enjoyment out of it. The only things that I may have to show him to do is how to forward the port to make it recognizable online. And then B, how to do his server log. Maybe even not even to do that, because when I integrate that server log, it's going to go into his admin thing anyway. So maybe, you know, I'll show it to him, show him what I mean, but then he won't have to do anything further than you know, than just running his admin mod. Oh yeah, it's definitely worth a shot. And I think he'll enjoy it. And, you know, more people can join the server that he would be on because it would be in the title. You know, when someone goes to join a Grand Theft Auto server, his name will be out there. And people will be able to join it a lot easier than just finding him on a server. And that's another thing, you know, when you're playing these online servers, you're going up underneath someone else's shit, and then someone's got to find you and then join you, you know. This way, it just knocks all that out. They can add Chief's server to their favorites, and, you know, they can just join whenever they want. And if it's a server that's popping off really good, like I said, it can go viral. It can become something really great. And this is what I'm talking about, you having control. Not some company, you. Go live when you want to go live. Do what you want in a server. Not be under someone else's scrutiny if you're going to make it on their server or not. I mainly got into doing this whole ordeal because I noticed that when I was online playing online, you know, kids liked to play in these servers and stuff. And there was a lot of inappropriate shit going on in a lot of these servers that were being put out there on the internet. And so I made, you know, it's not that I was an asshole about things. I would just go into their servers, and when my kid was playing, if they were putting up porn sprays and doing silly shit, I would just sit there and tell them, could you please not do that? My son is here playing, and I would appreciate it if you guys wouldn't be so rough. Boom, they block and ban. They ban us and shit. And it was just fucked up to do, because they were all kids that were in them servers, and that just didn't make any sense as to why they would do that. So I took shit into my own hands, made my own server, and this is how I ended up getting big and popular. Because when people came in and they were doing that inappropriate shit, I was blocking them. I was kicking them out, telling them, hey, if you're going to do that in here, we're going to ban you. You know, and sure shit, you know. And the entire time that I had my servers up and going, you would think that I'd have a big, long list of banned people, but I don't. I've only perma-banned maybe 10, 15 people from my servers where they couldn't come back. And I noticed that in a lot of these servers, you know, a lot of kids were admins. And they fucking banned people for stupid, hideous shit. And, you know, a lot of these servers were going through a struggle with having good administrators. So I alleviated the problem. On my server, if you wanted to be an admin, you had to pay to be an admin on my server. This kept the person's behavior in check. And so when they did kick or ban somebody, they had good reason for it. And I gave their banning capability of being able to ban somebody for a limited amount of time. You know, just to teach them to behave on their servers so they could come back. The only way that they could be perma-banned is if me or Hack Bauer was on and we caught him and we were able to do it. But we kept our servers clean. We kept our servers going good, and everybody had fun. And like I said, our servers went viral. We had nothing but good players. They were always bugging us. Could you please knock somebody off so we can get on? And even though we had bots set up for the server in case the server was empty or anything like that, to make it to where that people, you know, would know that there's still activity in the server, I don't even recall there ever being a time where I'd go on the server to where there were bots actually in play of the server. So that's how big we were. The only ones that we ever orchestrated to where they had a for sure slot on the server were our admins. In other words, if the server was full, it would automatically kick somebody so that way an admin can get in there to make sure everything was good. But it was, yeah, a very good server. You know, there was always an admin in there to keep things going. And you earned your position. You earned your position in our clan. If you started out as a regular basic admin where you were paying dues and stuff like that each month, every so often we would throw up a panel and we would have a discussion and we would promote within. And we would move them up the ranks. If they got to be a super admin, if they were a super admin, they didn't have to pay any dues. And as a matter of fact, we paid them. And we paid in many other ways. Like, for instance, if their keyboard went out or if they had a monitor that went out, we even went to the extreme of paying for a PC for every now and, once in blue moon, if we had it in the budget to do it. If we had one that was going through school or college, and they needed books, we would pay for their books. So we gave back into our community that we were also taking out. So was it worth it really to be a super admin? Oh, you bet. So we worked hard building our clan. And like I said, it really surprises me. If any of you have a Steam account, look up the FNG clan. Our players, all of our people that were in our community throughout all this time are still there. That is devotion. That is freaking loyalty. That is really, I mean, it blows my mind and it touches my heart that a lot of people really thought that much of our clan. That we were a good community. I'm going to come to find out if this whole ordeal of building a server off a whole nother platform, if it's going to represent a huge challenge for me or not. But I do know running off of Steam, it is a hell of a fucking challenge anymore to build a dedicated server for them. There's so much bullshit you got to go through nowadays in order to put content in your server. It's ridiculous. So I'm kind of hoping that building this server for cheap isn't going to represent that much of a headache to do. And I don't think it will. I don't think it'll be that much of a headache at all. At least I hope not. I'll know more once I start digging into it. Let's see. Oh, I'm now down to 3. Well, anyways, I'm going to work on this for a little bit before I got to crash out and go to sleep. So I'm going to at least try and download a dedicated server portion of it first. Then I'll have to dig into what type of admin mod's appropriate for it, that it would work good for it. And then we'll go from there. What was that? Sounds like something you can handle. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's something I can handle. I don't think I think it'll be okay. Steam started getting into that copyright bullshit along with like YouTube and all that. So they make you register on their shit on their Steam store or the shop, as they call it. And you got to download all the content from it. So doing it this way, this takes me away from Steam's bullshit. But then again, my CSS server is part of Steam, so go figure, right? All right, my brother. Well, I'm going to cut off out of here. I'll see you on the next one, okay?